Hello everyone, it's Monday, and you know what that means. Another lesson from Miss Snyder, another quick phonics lesson, and today we're going to talk about a new type of syllable called consonant LE. So I'm going to hold up my board here. The C represents a consonant letter, so most of our letters in the alphabet, followed by the letters L, E. This is a type of syllable that you guys are going to typically see at the end of a word. Now, one thing you'll notice when we practice reading some of these words and syllables is that this E is silent. It's not like a silent E in that it finds a vowel and makes it say its name. It's just we do not hear it. It's not making any sound, okay? So before we start reading some of these syllables, we need to take a look at, first of all, what a syllable is, just a review, and then the different syllable types that we have learned this school year. So I'm going to pop down into the corner like I usually do, and we're going to take a look at some of these little phrases. So the first thing we're going to look at is that a syllable is a part of a word. That's really important. It is a part of a word. It's a piece of a word. Sometimes a word can only have one syllable. Sometimes it has two. As you guys get into higher grades, like third and fourth grade, you're going to be reading words that are multisyllabic. So that means 3, 4, 5 syllable words sometimes. And every syllable needs something super important. Every syllable needs a vowel. And we know our vowels A, E, I, O, U. And last week we just learned that Y can sometimes also be a syllable. So a syllable is a part of a word, and every syllable needs a vowel. We're going to look at some of the 6 main syllable types here. There's 6 that we really focus on, and if you can read these types of syllables, then you can put parts of words together and read really big ones. So that's why the syllables are really important, so that you know what they say and that you can combine them to read a large word. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the main syllable types. The first one we're going to look at is a closed syllable. So in a closed syllable, the vowel will make a short sound. You can see the door is closed, and they've given you some examples. So in a closed syllable, the vowel will make a short sound. I think of a simple word like, that's supposed to be a B, bit. The T is closing in on the I and making it say I. So that's a closed syllable. The door is closed, okay? And this is a majority of the words that we have been working with this year, a lot of closed syllable words. And just as a reminder, a syllable can be a word, but it can also just be a part of a word. For example, right here it says rabbit. Rab is not a real word, but it's a part of it, so it's a closed syllable. All right, let's take a look at another common syllable, which is the open syllable. An open syllable, the vowel will be making it a long sound or saying its name. So you can see some examples: go, so, she. The vowel is saying its name: O, E. In this word, spider, spy is an open syllable because the the door is open and it's saying a long sound. Spider. A lot of words we look at can have an open syllable. Last week, one of our words was baby. 2 syllables. The A, the door is open, so it's going to make its long sound, baby. So that's open. So we've talked about closed, open. The next one we're going to talk about, if I can find it, is R-controlled. And this is a newer one that we have learned this school year, right before at-home learning sort of started. In an R-controlled syllable, the R is telling a vowel what sound to make. So we've got 5 different bossy R sounds. We've got AR, R, OR, or, ER, UR, and IR. AR and OR make their own sound, and ER, IR, and UR all say So this is a bossy R, where the R is telling the consonant, or where the R is telling the vowel what sound to make. One that you guys all know really well is magic E. We know E is silent. It's finding its vowel friend and making it long or say its name. That's our symbol for long. So you've got some examples here. The E is silent. It's finding its vowel friend, the O, and the word is bone. Okay, so this is really common. We've seen a lot of these words this year, like in the word. Oops, sorry about that. The E is silent. It finds its vowel friend and makes it say its name. Made. That's supposed to be made. I made my bed this morning. So that's another syllable type, magic E. And another common one that you guys know is vowel team. We've got some examples of some vowel teams right here. AI, EA, OA. These are all vowel teams, and vowel teams usually make one sound, and it's a long sound most often. So like in bean, E, we're hearing EA say E, and boat, the OA is saying O. So that syllable type is a vowel team, okay? The final one that we're going to talk about, if I can find it, is consonant LE. So this is the one we're going to focus on today. In a consonant LE syllable, we've got a consonant letter, and then we are adding L and E to it. And I believe I told you that the E, we won't hear it. So we're going to look, before we kind of talk about some words, we're going to look at examples of this syllable. So these are going to be your ending. Like I said, this is a syllable that you will see at the end of a word. So I'm going to show you some examples. I have them in different colors. And at home, what I'd like for you to do is just to repeat the sound. And something that might be helpful is to sort of think about our blends, because these are almost sound like our blends, but you'll hear these as a final syllable, and you'll know that there's an E that is silent that you need to add in there. So our first consonant LE syllable is bowl. Bowl. Maybe think about bubble, bowl. So at home, maybe you can say bowl. We also have dull, dull, like candle. We're not hearing the E, but we do hear these blending together. And these are our different consonants. So far we have bull, and then we've added LE to it. So bull and dull. After that, we have pull, pull, like simple. Again, the E is not saying anything. There's our consonant letter. So that represents the consonant letter, consonant LE. We've got gull, like giggle. So it sounds just like our blends. Full, maybe say full at home. We don't hear the E. Toll, like turtle. And then I put CLE and KLE together because they're both going to be saying that coal sound. So these are our consonants, coal, okay? So these are the different examples of a consonant LE syllable. So now we're going to go to the reading sheet and see some of these syllables in action as words. So like usual, if you have your reading sheet, fantastic. If you're looking at it on the computer, or if you've got it printed out, whichever way works for you, or just following along with me. So consonant LE. And I got this cute little image of the consonant letter combining with the LE. It says this is a syllable type that is found at the end of a word, and that's important. This is a syllable we find at the end of a word. I'm going to highlight that. That's important. End of a word. We don't really see this syllable type anywhere else. The E at the end of the syllable pattern is not heard. Okay, so you're not going to really hear it, but when you're writing words, you're going to need to remember if you're hearing that bull at the end, there's going to be an E that is silent. So let's take a look at those examples again, but then seeing them in a word. Now in this section, you'll notice I have a slash that represents a syllable break. So we've got two syllables. So pay attention for that. And I'm going to look at this first one. I'm even going to highlight it. Bowl. So I'm going to read the first syllable. Now this is why it was important that we talked about the other syllables first, because you're going to combine those with your consonant LE syllable. So I know that this is a closed syllable, b, b. The B is closing in the U, making it say bub, bowl. Put it together, bubble, okay? I like to blow bubbles outside, or if you're in Miss Snyder's class and you get gum on Fridays, you might try to blow a bubble with your bubble gum. Dole. So again, we have a closed syllable first, and, hand, dole. Now our next one, full, sniff. I know some of you with the floss rule in your mind, that's where we do the break. So you're right to think there is a double F, but we do the break between them. So we've got sniffle, sniffle. Some of you might have allergies right now and have the sniffles. I know I do. Goal, again, a closed syllable to start with. Jungle. Put them together. Jungle. Maybe some of you have been watching Jumanji, and that setting is a jungle. So at the top, now I've got pull, a closed syllable. Apple. Apple. Toll. Closed syllable again. Little. Little. Coal. Read your first syllable, that's closed. Pickle. Pickle. I actually just had a pickle for lunch. Zul. Puzzle. And I don't think this zul I included above, but that's another consonant LE and a kind of a fun one. We don't see it as often, but it's important that you know it is also consonant LE syllable. Zul. Now the first syllable in all of these was closed. That's not always the case. So we're going to look at some examples down here. And I didn't put the slash in this time, and you can always draw a slash in for yourself if that helps you. My suggestion might be also just to highlight the consonant LE or underline it and think about reading the first part. So in my mind, I'm covering up this syllable. First one, can. Now I'm combining the consonant LE, dole. Candle. Bowl. I'm going to read the first syllable, rumble. Rumble. That's an old vocabulary word from our class, which could be like a fight, or it could be like a moaning sound, like if your tummy's rumbling. Pull. Now this is actually an open syllable. The A is making a long sound. Staple. Staple. I have to staple the papers. Next one, gull. Wiggle. Wiggle in your seat. Toll. But this one is actually a bossy R syllable, the first part. We've got a UR, and that says toll. Turtle. Some of you like turtles as your favorite animal. So it's not always closed. It can be open, R controlled. Sometimes it might even be a vowel team. Again, I'm going to highlight that coal. Sprinkle. I got a donut that had a sprinkle on it. So the next part is we're going to match up these syllables on the left to the syllables on the right, the consonant LE syllables. So you'll need something to draw a line with here. The first one says bun, and I'm going to see, does it go with bun bowl, bun toll, or bun dole? I know, let's see, it's going to go with bundle, like we have with our classroom in our tens bundles. Now I have an open syllable, table or toll. Draw a line, table. Now close, bottle, like a water bottle. So I'm running out of time, so I'm going to have maybe your parent at home share some words for you to practice writing. But as a reminder, we are working on a new type of syllable today, the consonant LE syllable. Consonant could be a bunch of different letters, T, B, G, and then you're adding the LE. Remember, the E is not saying anything. So good luck. You guys got this, and have a great day.